The alarm bells stopped ringing, and 12 rescue trainees watched as Johnny Depp struggled to carry a training mannequin on his back, while the rescue captain told them that heroic roles don't save real people. Orange County Fire Authority Training Center, September 1992. The emergency response facility sprawls across 20 acres where professional first responders learn life-saving techniques that require physical strength, technical expertise, and psychological preparation for situations where seconds determine whether victims survive or die. This isn't a movie set with choreographed rescue sequences. It's authentic training where mistakes during emergency scenarios reveal competency gaps that could cost lives in real situations. The facility embodies uncompromising emergency standards, obstacle courses that simulate collapsed buildings and vehicle accidents, training mannequins weighted to match unconscious adult victims, equipment that demands proper technique rather than dramatic effect to function effectively under pressure conditions that test preparation rather than performance ability. River Phoenix, 22 years old, adjusts his emergency response gear while processing technical instruction from experienced first responders whose expertise represents years of actual rescue operations that extend far beyond entertainment industry action sequences designed for visual impact rather than authentic emergency skill development. Beside him, Johnny Depp studies rescue protocols with characteristic intensity, his own physical conditioning reflecting serious preparation for emergency training that requires sustained effort and technical precision rather than brief action scenes performed with extensive safety support and professional coordination. This level of physical demand is completely different from controlled filming environments, River observes, noting the endurance requirements of genuine emergency work where rescuers must maintain performance capability throughout extended operations without breaks or equipment assistance. No stunt doubles or safety crews, Johnny agrees, recognizing the parallel between authentic emergency response and genuine challenge that prioritizes victim survival over dramatic presentation designed to create compelling footage rather than develop actual competency. Their training begins with appreciation for emergency response culture that demands respect for human life, technical expertise, and physical preparation that most entertainment industry professionals never develop despite participating in rescue-themed film projects. The training center attracts career first responders whose emergency commitment reflects deep engagement with life-saving work rather than casual heroic fantasy designed to provide exciting experiences without requiring fundamental skill development or psychological preparation for actual emergency situations. Most celebrities who attempt emergency training expect modified scenarios and enhanced safety protocols, explains Maria Santos, an experienced instructor whose own emergency background encompasses decades of rescue operations. They assume fitness and action experience translate into emergency competency without understanding technical knowledge and mental preparation that real rescue work demands. As their training progresses, both actors demonstrate genuine respect for emergency instructors, whose expertise represents lifetime dedication to life-saving skills that most entertainment industry professionals never achieve, despite greater financial resources and access to professional instruction. Their lead instructor is Captain Robert "Tank" Harrison, a 45-year-old veteran firefighter whose 20-year career includes urban rescue operations, disaster response coordination, and maintaining emergency training standards that prioritize competency development over participant accommodation or commercial convenience. Harrison represents authentic emergency tradition, technical mastery earned through thousands of hours responding to actual emergencies, risk assessment skills developed through experience with equipment failures and victim extraction under pressure, leadership ability that prioritizes public safety over individual achievement or media recognition. He moves through training scenarios with practiced efficiency earned through emergency excellence, his presence commanding attention from trainees who recognize genuine life-saving authority rather than manufactured expertise that depends on certification rather than demonstrated competency under actual emergency conditions. During victim extraction drill, Harrison evaluates trainee performance on realistic scenarios that require carrying unconscious victims through obstacles that simulate collapsed structures, vehicle entrapment, and environmental hazards that demand both technical skill and physical endurance. River and Johnny appreciate the complexity of victim assessment and extraction techniques that require reading injury patterns, structural stability, and equipment limitations to make decisions that affect victim survival rather than training completion or personal achievement satisfaction. As the training intensifies, both actors attempt victim carry exercises using weighted training mannequins that simulate unconscious adults requiring emergency evacuation through challenging obstacles that test preparation levels developed through fitness training rather than actual emergency experience. Harrison observes their performance with growing concern about physical preparation and technical understanding for scenarios that require complete confidence in personal abilities without backup support or professional assistance that film work typically provides during action sequences. Johnny struggles with a 180-pound training mannequin positioned across his shoulders in fireman's carry position, his breathing labored as he attempts to navigate obstacle course that simulates debris-filled evacuation route requiring sustained physical effort and proper technique. River moves alongside Johnny, attempting to assist with mannequin positioning while managing his own equipment and maintaining safety protocols that emergency situations demand from rescuers working as coordinated teams rather than individual performers. 7 seconds pass as Harrison evaluates their physical capability and technical execution during victim extraction that reveals preparation gaps between entertainment industry fitness and emergency response requirements that demand different training foundation. Heroic roles don't save real people, Harrison declares, while Johnny struggles with mannequin weight and River attempts to provide assistance, his words carrying authority earned through distinguishing entertainment industry heroism from emergency competency that requires different physical and psychological foundation. His assessment exposes fundamental difference between choreographed rescue scenes that simulate life-saving for dramatic effect and genuine emergency response that demands complete technical mastery and physical capability without external support or professional coordination. Other trainees process this evaluation with understanding of preparation differences that require separate training approaches rather than assuming action experience automatically qualifies participants for authentic emergency response, despite surface similarities between film heroics and actual rescue work. Johnny's initial reaction shows defensive pride in his fitness preparation and action experience, his confidence conflicting with direct challenge from expert whose emergency authority can't be questioned based on entertainment industry success or stunt coordination achievement. But instead of escalating toward confrontation that could compromise training safety and learning objectives, River demonstrates immediate understanding that prevents defensive positioning while acknowledging legitimate expertise gap that requires honest assessment. Captain Harrison, River says while helping support the training mannequin, his voice carrying genuine concern rather than wounded pride, are you saying our preparation isn't adequate for emergency response work? We need honest assessment of whether we're helping or hindering actual rescue capability. Harrison appreciates River's direct question about competency rather than defensive response to criticism, recognizing his willingness to prioritize training effectiveness over personal achievement goals that might compromise emergency education. River continues with growing understanding. When you say heroic roles don't save real people, are you addressing our physical limitations or the difference between performing rescue and actually executing emergency response under pressure? The question demonstrates River's recognition that emergency authenticity involves more than physical fitness, requiring technical competency and psychological preparation that can't be developed through action film work despite intensive physical conditioning and stunt training. Johnny processes River's approach and Harrison's expertise, his defensiveness gradually replaced by recognition that genuine emergency capability requires accepting guidance from professionals whose knowledge extends beyond his current preparation despite months of fitness training and stunt training. Captain Harrison, Johnny says seriously while adjusting mannequin position, his earlier confidence replaced by genuine concern for training effectiveness, I want honest feedback about whether our entertainment background helps or hurts emergency training. Should we approach this differently to develop real competency?
Harrison recognizes both actors' revised approach and willingness to prioritize learning effectiveness over personal ego goals, his expression shifting as he appreciates their maturity in accepting professional guidance rather than defending preparation that may not translate to emergency situations. Over following hours, Harrison provides realistic assessment of their capabilities while modifying training approaches to address specific preparation gaps, demonstrating professional responsibility that prioritizes competency development over participant comfort or achievement expectations.
The training continues with appropriate technical challenges that develop genuine emergency skills while respecting physical limits and safety requirements that authentic emergency response demands from participants, regardless of fitness confidence levels. Years later, both actors speak about the fire authority training as educational about authentic heroism, professional preparation, and personal limitation recognition that requires accepting expert guidance rather than assuming entertainment experience automatically qualifies participants for emergency response work. Harrison occasionally references that training session as example of how entertainment industry preparation can be redirected toward genuine skill development when participants choose competency over ego and professional guidance over personal confidence that exceeds actual capability. 7 seconds struggling with training equipment in 1992. One moment when action experience met emergency reality before honest assessment enabled appropriate learning approach. One choice that transformed potential overconfidence into educational humility and proved that authentic life-saving requires specific skill development rather than assuming general fitness and heroic experience automatically qualify participants for genuine emergency response capability. The training that showed real heroism demands technical competency and physical preparation that can't be simulated through controlled entertainment environments, because authentic emergency response depends on sustained performance under pressure that entertainment industry experience doesn't necessarily develop despite intensive action preparation and stunt coordination.